Okay, so how I do like animation, like make it smoother is so we get this we basically get two keyframes. Well, it could be more than one keyframe. More than two keyframes, but for this it's a simple head movement, so it only needs two. But this is keyframe 1, which is the very, very beginning frame. And then this is keyframe 2, which is him awake and looking. So basically what we're going to do for that is... Alright, let's see. So we're going to start at the very end of the keyframe, like right after the first keyframe disappears and the new one begins. And then we are going to trace over... I'm so sorry, I mean this. We're going to go to the very last frame of the keyframe and then we're going to trace over it. Like this. Sorry if I sound like a poopy ass. I've been sick. So we got that. And then we're going to go to the very first frame of the second keyframe. And trace over that too. Okay, we're going to call this we're going to call this 2. We're going to call this 1. So we're going to get one frame of 1 and then put it there. And then one frame of 2 and put it there. So basically, I'm going to keep doing this, going back and forth like this. Until there's just one frame to fill in. So, and I'm going to basically just put it right in between, just like that. This is the frame where basically everything is in the middle and in between each other. And then I'm going to go before this one. Then I'm going to try to go to the middle of that. Like this. Then I'm going to do the same here. Then I'm going to do it again. So this may be a bit confusing and I can understand, but if you look at like the frames that I'm like sliding to, that might make it a bit less confusing. 'Cause I'm basically like, basically going back and forth to each unedited frame of the keyframes. And then making it between each other, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm not the best at explaining it in words, but I hope that watching it makes more sense. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this, just gonna paste it along here. Everything else here was animated the same way, by the way. So then it should look like this. Also make sure to have your onion like this. Frames before is 1 and frames after is 1. Yeah, that's how you do it.